I made a call up to the controlling agency and I said, this is Blue Max 56. This is our location. We're at 300 feet and we're being tracked by one of the most hostile anti-aircraft systems in the world. And as I waited for their reply, the sound in my helmet changed again. Now we were no longer only being tracked, but we had been acquired by the most lethal anti-aircraft system in the world. It's deep within our own hearts that we find what we need to lead ourselves and to lead others, and where we find that elusive but critical ingredient to success, which is something that I have always called grit. I like to think of grit as accessible not only to attack helicopter pilots and military pilots and big mountain climbers. I like to think that grit is something that is innate to every single one of us. Grit is something that you can find at the intersection between your core purpose and your passion. And those who are connected to their core purpose stick around longer. They perform better. Isn't that what you want for your team? Isn't that what you want for yourself? When you connect to your core purpose or your heart purpose, you can negotiate any kind of turbulence that comes your way. But once you find that target, once you have done the work to identify that core purpose, you put it in the crosshairs and you never, ever take your eyes off of it. A leader knows that he owns everything that his team does or fails to do. 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on and off duty. You always represent your company. You always represent your product. And that's part of the excitement of the courage of ownership. In the spring of 1993, the attack helicopters weren't open to women to fly. It wasn't even an option. But then Congress changed the game. And just after graduation, they lifted the combat exclusion clause, and suddenly, all aircraft were open to women and men to fly. And I thought that the sky was the limit. This is a picture of our graduation class from flight school. The front row are the honor grads. And I made very sure that there would be a skirt in that front row. Because I was in charge of the pilots that flew the aircraft, I was in charge of the mechanics that fixed the aircraft. And I had to get out of that office and down the hangar steps, onto that hangar floor, and into the crew chief room where the guys were that turned the wrenches that kept those helicopters in the sky. Because I knew that our helicopter only held two, but that there was a team that launched that helicopter. But more than that, I had learned from my 1st Battalion commander that leadership is a sacred trust. And when he pinned on the silver bars of the 1st lieutenant for my very first promotion, he said, "The only good use of increased power is the increased responsibility to take care of your people. Because when you take care of your people, the people take care of the mission." So what do you do when you face fear or doubt? Every leader fails. Every single one of us feels fear. Fear is just another form of resistance. You do the same thing with fear as you do on takeoff. You turn the nose to face the wind. And when you use it the right way, the resistance will help you to rise.